Another Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra test. Today I'm going to be testing the GPS and also the battery, guys, because I'm going to set up a hiking routine. First things first, we want to see how quick the GPS can lock. So right now I start at 86%, and now I'm going to turn my activities using the quick button, open my exercises, and now I'm going to select hiking. What is very important is to check how quick can the GPS locate where I am. Wow, elevation, so this was rather quick. Now have in mind that the Galaxy Watch Ultra has a dual band GPS, which should really help you, not in a situation like this, because right now I'm in the forest, outside in the open, but this should help you more when you're using the watch in more urban scenarios. So let's say you're riding a bike to work, stuff like this. The GPS fix here was very quick, which is a good sign. What I'm gonna do right now is initiate my hiking activity, follow up my HR, and then of course at the end also check and compare the route, because I have a very good idea where I am and where I'm going. So let's start the test. I'm also going to use a moderate pace, not that I'm running so much, but let's say fast walking, because it's very important to see what is going to happen with my HR. And of course also at the end, very important is to see if I'm following the right path. This is where I'm going, so I'm gonna try to reach this Esperanto hut. Alright, remember, we started at 86% of a battery, so let's just see how well the watch will keep up. I'm already panting. What is good to know is the moment I put the screen on, guys, I can see immediately my HR. As I told you, I'm not going to simply hike, I am trying to maintain a faster pace. One more time, boom, immediately my heart rate is detected. All right, let's keep the exercise. The rain is very slippery, yep, and I'm not wearing the best shoes for this, but nevertheless I'm trying to make the most out of it. One more time for the quick lock, boom, immediately my heart rate recognized, and I think that's quite normal because in this exercise mode the watch is monitoring my HR all the time. The elevation gain is still 0, which is interesting because I have a feeling that I'm going down. All right, so if everything is correct, I should be able to see some elevation drops, or let's say elevation gain. The weather has just changed, so I hope I'm not gonna get caught in a storm or rain. No joke in the mountains. All right, but we're not yet there, just half a kilometer. Let's keep going. Something off topic, guys, the green mosh goes so nice with the orange band. It's just simply a good combination. This morning there was rain already, so the terrain is very slippery. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, that HR again, and here we are. This is the Esperanto hut, as I told you. All right, so it's almost 1 kilometer. It's gonna be good for the test to just go back. Again, guys, I have chosen this route because I know the way, and then I'm going to be able to just trace it back and see really if the GPS of the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra is good. So this is the Esperanto hut. Okay, almost 1 kilometer, and now I'm heading back. So let's see on that elevation gains. Now I'm on the way back, and by the way, right.
Duration 12 minutes 23 seconds.
Okay.
Elevation 13 meters. Heart rate 118.
Alright, let's check what else we have here. One swipe down will give you the calories and the average pace. Another swipe down will give you the sweet HR zones. Now again, I'm semi-running, so to speak. So we can see the average heart rate, the maximum one, and all the zones. If I go to the right, I have my media menu, and if I go to the left, I can control the activity. It's very good to see that the watch is finally picking up the elevation. As I'm now going up, I guess we should be able to see more elevation gain. All right, let's do another 200 meters and see what happens. I probably should have selected running. It's definitely not hiking, but I want to see what happens with my HR. 149. Again, as I'm going up, this happens. 151, okay. The elevation gain now noticeably higher as I'm walking up and up, which is also a good sign. So let's keep up the test. Zone 5 with 160, heavily panting. Sadly, I don't have an external HR monitor, guys, to compare it. So I'm gonna have to trust the Galaxy Watch Ultra. What I did, by the way, I tightened it a bit more so that it's really tight to my wrist, and I hope that these readings are okay. 27 meters already, so I do believe that the watch is slowly picking up. Let's continue. I took a moment to rest to see if my pulse is going down and how well the watch will reflect this. As we can see, although I'm speaking, definitely my heart rate is going down, so it feels that it's okay. But again, without an external HR monitor, I'm not able to fully compare this. You can go and watch scientific videos of the Ultra. It seems that it's good, for example, for outdoor cycling HR tracking, but the indoor somehow it's wrong. You can check this video down below, but definitely my heart rate is stabilizing. I can feel it, and the Ultra is picking this up. Right now, as you can see, the weather is not the best, so there is no bright sun shining, but still you can look at this display and see how well this is. What is interesting is that when I was going down, descending, the watch didn't pick it up, the elevation gains, but the elevation changed, so I guess at some point the watch started to pick that up. There is also something interesting. I checked it when I was testing the watch in the park a few days ago. Sweat loss indicator, but for that you require 5 kilometers, so I'm gonna probably test it some other day. Sweat is not missing, I can tell you. If you are just watching it from this moment, I have chosen this exact route because I can very quickly check it up, even with Google Maps, and see if the watch tracker was okay or not. Alright, heart rate stabilized a bit, 43 meters elevation gain. We keep going. As I keep walking up in the setting, we can see that the Watch Ultra picks up the elevation, 22 minutes, the whole workout. So maybe at the end it's gonna be something like 2 kilometers. I'm gonna end the activity when I'm at the base and then compare the GPS route and see if the Watch Ultra is really able to give a precise GPS tracking, guys. Here I am, guys, at this very nice, beautiful scenery from the Vidusha mountain in Bulgaria, Sofia. This is where I started. Okay, now it's time for me to end the routine and see the results. Double press the action button to finish the workout. Now some statistics. 67 meters highest elevation gain, 1 kilometer and 808 meters. Okay, this is the calories burned. This here is a very nice representation of the elevation gain, and I believe it's kind of real because again I know the terrain. My heart rate average was 126 BPM and the highest one was 162. Those are the HR zones I've been active in, and as you can see it's mainly zone 2, 3 and a little bit of 4 and just a little bit of 5, just a little. This finally is the map. I want to check if this is the real thing.
And this here is the exercise displayed in Samsung Health. I already seen the data. As you can see, 1 and 8 kilometers. This is the duration, the elevation, here calories. Let's click inside to see if we're gonna get more information than already shown on the watch. Like I told you, the main thing is to compare the GPS route because I know where I'm going. So, workout duration, the average speed, the calories, the elevation gain, the average heart rate, all standard. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, this is the satellite view, guys. So remember, I started from here, and if I'm to zoom in, guys, all right, we should be able to identify the Esperanto hut. All right, very good. And remember, I was even, as shown in the video, behind the hut. This can be seen here. Okay, so then I just turned back. Now, this is a bit weird because honestly, I've been on the very same route. So there might be something like 5, probably even 10 meters of difference because I was really going the same route. And as you can see, the route on the back is a bit different, which doesn't make any sense to me because again, I was just walking to this very same path. But overall, it is quite close and there are these moments of overlap. And now my return point was here to this nice waterfall. So let's follow this through, see if at the end we can identify now, not on the map, but this is very close. So I do believe that the GPS seems to be quite okay. Where we see these overlaps, it's nice. This gap here is a bit weird. Now I'm showing you the regular map. So this is the route here, guys. And I was on the white pad here. So anything that is not on a white pad, it's a deviation. As clearly seen, it is not absolutely 100% correct. The other option is that Google didn't do a good job here, and in fact they're not really following the official route. This can also be something. Anyway, it seems to be quite close. These things here are a bit off, but nevertheless I do believe that at the end of the day it is close enough. Not 100% precise all the time, but I still think that it delivers results. And thank you so much for watching, guys. VST over.